I did promise that we're going to get a very special guest in the studio. You've been asking, you've been hearing his music all over 947, and we somehow dragged him over here.
Afternoons with Zweli on 947.
It was at the turn of the brand new democracy in South Africa, 1994, where there was so much change that happened. South Africa had its first democratically elected president in Nelson Mandela. The apartheid regime had officially fallen, but little did we know that there was another blessing that was on the way, we should find out later about. And that was when Ricky Tyler was born, 1994 on May the 15th. And he joins us in studio right now. Ricky Tyler, what's happening, bro?
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much for coming to our studios and having a little bit of a chat. First things first, I mean, you probably get this a lot. You're a democracy baby. Everyone's like, oh, you were born in 1994 and all of that, yeah?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, like, it's one of those things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, still a bit, it's a beautiful thing, and, like, obviously just something to, I guess, hold on your sleeve,
Yeah.
And keep moving with that, yeah.
Nah, definitely. And did you feel any of the impact, I guess, with South Africa changing? Because I think it's different for people born in the 80s in a sense. There's certain memories that we've got of things changing slowly but surely. Do you have any remnants of that, or is it just everything was fine afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'd say, like, small remnants, like, they're definitely, like, things I adjusted to, So, I mean, like, there were a lot of scars, so, like, just going into school. I didn't really experience those things in school, but, like, I guess from, like, more of, like, my friends' parents and stuff who still had those kind of, who were still coming from that kind of struggle,
Yeah.
who always expressing those kind of things, there's still those kind of remnants. But, yeah, that's how I kind of, like, learned, like, this was a serious thing,
Yeah, no, definitely. And I know you've got a massive love for your mom. She supported you, she raised you, and you grew up in Spruit View, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, I mean, like, for about, like, 5 years of my life.
Yeah, because that's in the east of, east of Joburg. And I grew up for about 2 years of my life in Katlehong as well.
Sure.
And I know that you guys in Spruit View are quite big partiers. So given that you're a musician, that sort of thing, were you into that sort of stuff growing up? The gigs, the vibes, all of that and whatnot?
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Like, I think, especially when I got into high school, I definitely got into it's part of the reason I didn't pursue a soccer career, because I got so caught up with the lifestyle in high school. I liked having a good time, so like so yeah, it's definitely been me. Like, that's just what I've always been surrounded by. So,
yeah. And how did mom feel? When you decided that, well, I'm doing music and this is what you're gonna have to deal with?
I think she was just happy that I finally, like, committed to something, or, like, I latched onto something that actually gave me some real motivation. So, like, she could see, like, how much I was motivated, so she didn't want to stop that kind of drive, so shout out to mom for, like, at least, like, he's doing something.
Did you struggle with that, with motivation, I guess, with different things or whatever you were different projects, I guess, throughout your life?
I think I struggled with just, like, sticking to one thing, like, I was always just, like, I was always just trying out different things, you know what I mean? But I never, like, committed myself to actually, like, achieving something to, like, the highest level, So it was always my problem. Like, I wasn't fulfilled in, like, a lot of the things I was doing,
Yeah.
So she was just happy to see that there's something that is guiding me,
And when was that moment when you realized that music is what I want to do? When you fell in love with it and you thought, I want to write, I want to be a part of the whole shebang, with the industry?
So I think when, obviously when we moved to Edenvale,
Yes.
where I grew up, like, most of my life, like, where my mom got herself into a much better position in life, So one thing she loved to do was take us to go see, like, live shows. She loved live performances. So
yes.
she took me to go see War, Casey and JoJo.
No way.
John Legend, your CL,
Whoa, dog.
So like, yeah, she's a big part of the reason, like, why I was inspired so much to be on the stage. I went to go watch, like, theater productions. She was just she lives, I guess, vicariously through me now. And obviously rest in peace to moms. But like, she was a big part of just, like, me seeing. Just capturing that essence, like, feeling like I feel like this is something I might want to do with my life, type thing,
Yeah, no, she's definitely proud. And you spoke about the different concerts, events that you went to, and I want to get into that a little bit and dig deeper into some of your inspirations. Of course, chat about your latest album, and we'll also get into a conversation about Hold On, which is currently in the top 3, I understand, on the 97 top 40. So
I think top 2.
He knows. It's 947.
Yes, sir.
Yes, hold on.
So much of life in you. He buried you. Now she's dropping out of school. I got no love. When you keep running away to find love, I hope you find a reason. Hope you find a reason. Oh, no.
It's currently the number 2 song on the 947 Top 40 with Nick Explicit, powered by Hyundai. Tomorrow morning, we find out whether Ricky Tyler goes all the way and bags his very first number 1 on the chart. Nick Explicit, who actually hosts the show, he's got a little bit of a message, so you might want to put on those headphones over there just to hear what it is that Mr. Nikolai has got to say. So yeah, let's check this out.
When Ricky Tyler entered the top 40, it was so interesting to see that there were 2 consecutive weeks where he was our highest gainer. Last week, he was within the top 5, a couple of spots away from number 1. Could he be number 1 this week? Well, you'll have to tune in and find out between 10 and 2 p.m. But what an amazing talent. And yeah, man, it's always beautiful to see local artists come up and have that international quality. So I'm guessing it's only a matter of time before he gets a Grammy too.
Hey, we're not just being about number 1s and 947. We're going all the way to the Grammys, bruv.
Yeah, no, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
If not, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
why
no,
not?
Definitely. Now,
Yeah.
I want to chat about, you spoke about you had gone to Casey and Jojo, John Legend, and you've got an R&B feel to you, but you're very versatile as well. You know what I mean? Just listening to some of the different material that you've got, it isn't just you're a one-trick pony sort of a situation. So who were you listening to growing up? What were some of your influences in terms of, stylistically, I'd say as well?
Yeah, style. Sure. It's like one big melting pot. My mom and my mom introduced me to like Josh Groban. Lauryn Hill.
Oh, yes.
Obviously, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
She introduced me to like just a whole bunch of just great music. She had really good taste in music. I think sometimes like damn, like mom's was teed up on music.
Yeah.
And then my brother introduced me to underground music, introduced me to like commercial stuff, it goes as far as like Immortal Technique, and then your Pac, your Biggies, your Eminem.
Yeah.
And then obviously like I really started to like find my own taste within that, and I jumped onto obviously like your Waynes, your Drizzies, Anderson Parks, Toro Y Moyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's a
like
wide
just,
variety. I like it.
And also just like like I had a very diverse like friendship group, so like we all listened to like all kinds of music, man.
Yeah, that's the best.
And I was at different venues, just experiencing all kinds of music. So I just really fell in love with just music, man. So
I
no,
like
there's
that.
no limits to that. Yeah.
I dig that. Now, you went and dropped a whole album in 2020, Small World. And I'm checking in July of 2020. And I just want to get through your thought process at that point, because I'd imagine there's so much that you had already planned. And then now COVID hits. How did that affect your entire rollout for what was to come in 2020?
Like it definitely affected the rollout in terms of like the places we wanted to be at to promote, obviously the album and stuff. So like there were a lot of limitations, so yeah, I just had to sit with my team and like just figure out how to actually put this thing out,
Yeah.
But I think with the kind of project I created, obviously with the team, it felt like it was suitable for you to be at home just to listen to, you know what I mean? So like it was more of like an introspective album, like it was much more lyrical and like a lot more like just in your feelings, so it worked for that, but there were just limitations on where we could actually go to promote, which sucked for everyone, I guess, but we did find ways to navigate,
Nah, definitely. And now let's fast forward, I guess, to now with Happy to Be Alive. What does that body of work mean to you right now as it stands? It's clearly your most successful thus far from stream and commercial, just from a commercial space, if I can put it that way. So how does that project make you feel, and has it changed your life in any senses?
Yeah. So I'd say like the way that project makes me feel, it's definitely one of like my most proudest pieces of work, because of like the time that I went through to create this project,
Yeah.
Like I just went through a whole lot of life changes in the space of like 3 years,
Sure.
Like I lost both of my parents.
It's just insane.
And then I also discovered I had like more family, like, 2 new half brothers, And then,
Welcome to being black. Siblings, everybody gets a half sibling.
Hey, bro. No, like for real, like it's definitely teed up on Oprah,
Yeah.
But no, like it was just like a very like turning point for me, just mentally, I lost a lot of people in my life, I lost friends, and like music wasn't really like moving, there was a lot of frustrations. I needed to make money, so I was taking on other things, and like it just felt like I wasn't fulfilled in it. Like I just felt like I wasn't going anywhere, and like it just felt like an empty space to be in. And I just got to this point where it's like, you're standing at the edge of a cliff, and like everything kind of fades, and at that moment you're just happy to be alive.
Oh man, yeah.
And like I fought the battle, and I'm still here, and I just appreciate the little things more. And I just have so much more gratitude and so much more faith now,
No, look, really well done. I think that not a lot of people get enough praise or just enough of that giving thanks, like I don't think you get that gratitude of you actually made it, you actually survived. It's really, really difficult when you're at a stage that you feel like you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know what I mean? And it takes a lot of bravery to just keep waking up every day and trying again and trying again and trying again. And look what it's done for you now, you know what I mean? Like you're the next bona fide star. You're walking into buildings, there's billboards of you everywhere
it's
around
unbelievable.
around Primedia right now, you know what I mean?
Like
So-
surprises me every time, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool.
Yeah, so there's so many big things that are coming, but we must chat because this is actually where we met and we linked up at the launch of the Betway Summer Cup.
Yeah.
And you're going to be performing. You're going to be there as well at the Summer Garden.
It's sir,
Yeah, so that's the 30th of November, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Aha, I saw you live at Strictly Soul when it was the live sessions that they have.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that you've got something a little bit different for the Summer Cup, given warmer weather. And hey, I guess it's a big one. It's a big event.
Yeah, no, we definitely got something cool and like, stirred up for like this kind of event,
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's
And
going to be an exciting
You did a
time,
track with them as well.
Yes, no, we did. Like we had the honor of creating a theme song for the Summer Cup. And I collaborated with Gigi, who's a upcoming K-pop artist,
Yes.
who's from Lebanon. So like we pretty much just put together a song that really like highlights the rich traditions of Joburg and the rich traditions of just horse racing, and just bringing people together from all walks of life to just, celebrate the city and like, all its beautiful things, man.
Yeah, well, you can catch Ricky Tyler live at the Betway Summer Cup on the 30th of November, and you can get your tickets at Ticket Pro. I'll be your host, so you've got another excuse to be there and watch me talking rubbish instead of hearing me on the radio all the time. But Ricky, my man, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a long time coming, but really excited that you were able to pull through. We're holding thumbs for that number one tomorrow on the top 40.
Yo,
947.
I'll be waiting, guys.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting. Please.
Very quickly before I let you go, because oh my gosh, I'm running late over here.
Yeah.
Any upcoming gigs, social media, how do we get in touch with you?
In terms of everything upcoming, I will put that onto social media, once like a whole bunch of things are confirmed.
Perfect.
And then social media, you can find me on Instagram, which is Ricky Tyler Show, Twitter, Ricky Tyler Show, Facebook, The Ricky Tyler Show, and then there's Google, I'm all over, obviously. You can go on YouTube, type in Ricky Tyler, like, everything is there for you. And I'll make sure the information is, out there for you.
Just type Ricky Tyler anywhere and he'll come up because he's a star now. That's just how it happens. That's how it is.
STAR, man. It's really good.
To the top, my brother. Thank you so much for joining me. And
thank you.
We will chat again soon when you've got the new number one, the next number one. So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a good weekend, bro.
Afternoons with Zweli on 947.